Talk about insecurity right here in Garissa, and I'm joined by Charles Kinyua, who's the County Police Commander of Garissa County. We thank you for making the time to be with us.
Thank you,
also, we have Ismail Salat, who's the President of the Youth Agenda for Northern Kenya. Thank you both for being with us. So this was once a safe haven, and then insecurity broke out. We heard of all the causes that were put forward. Let's start with you, Charles. What, in your view, was the cause of insecurity in this region?
In my view, madam, the cause of insecurity was a result of attacks by people believed to be Al-Shabaab from across the border, Somalia for that matter, who are not happy with the allegation they were saying that the government had taken the KDF soldiers there. There were so many attacks in this town during the year 2012-2013. Attacks with IEDs, that is improvised explosive devices. There were grenade attacks. There were guns attacks. People were attacked in churches. People were attacked in hotels. People were attacked in, as they go about their businesses. And many were injured, others were killed, and others were maimed. The situation was bad by the year 2012-2013.
Okay, and we'll get to how things calmed down in a bit, because now Garissa is definitely much better than it was in 2012-2013. But many would ask how the Al-Shabaab were able to infiltrate this county in the first place, right under the nose of security officials.
Actually, before I get back to the history as to how they infiltrated, is that we are caught a bit unaware, but all of them all the same, we were able to act very quickly. We were able to act very quickly to curb that state of them attacking up here and there. And the government massed a lot of soldiers, and we came here. The county security team, we were brought during that time. I, the county commissioner, the county AP boss, the county CID team. And when we arrived here, the first thing we did, we started an operation, a major operation. Mm-hmm. We carried out on a major operation, and we arrested quite a good number of perpetrators. We took them to court, and they were prosecuted.
Okay.
Number two, we discovered that this fight, we were not going to win this fight without involving the locals.
Okay. I'd like to stop you there, because we will get back to that and the locals. And speaking of one, we have one with us. Ismail, thank you for joining us. It was peaceful. You were born here. You've lived here. You've grown up here. What was that period like for you?
Thank you. Bismillah. You know, I was born here, brought up, I schooled here, and currently I'm an activist, and still I am in my county, I believe, of which I love it so much. But you find that from the childhood ages, from the age of childhood to where we may say that up to adulthood, by the time you were, Garissa was a very, very, very peaceful heaven.
What changed?
And then, you know, to the level that it was the fastest growing town in East and Central Africa at one time. Interpol classified it to be the most peaceful town in East and Central Africa. It's so vibrant, it's so developed. Investors were coming all over. But, you know, all of a sudden, as the OCPD just mentioned, the issue with Al-Shabaab, but the government from one end got it wrong.
How's that?
When it is a security issue, I'm coming from also, I'm having a security background in my career. And there was a time, there were UN consultants who came across. The guys from UN Security Council were coming here. They were co-hosted by the DSS, Department of Safety and Security, that were here. The guys in charge was Carlson Hilson. There was Babatunde Chaiwo. You know, those guys came in. We were one of the consultants who were helping them actually do those surveys. They came with evidences, because these guys were, investigative-wise, they were above what Kenya is in the real facts.
All right.
Then what happened was, in 2011-2012, we raised a red alarm. We said, what is going on is not right.
What was
this,
that was
and
going
this
on?
is going to hunt us. There was recruitments that were being done of youths being recruited to be trained in Menyani, then taken to the TFG government. We raised the red alarm and we said, this is going to hunt us. These youths, we told the members of parliament, we told the Minister for Defense at that time, and everyone was in denial, except Honorable Douala, who at one time stood up and asked in parliament, and actually said, why is this happening? And you know, when there are too many voices and there are too many powerful horses, and unfortunately Honorable Douala was not in in the government at that time. He was in the opposition.
Okay.
It came out to be something that was a bit neglected.
So that takes me to my next point then, and which we can discuss now. The relationship between the state, or the state officers, the security agents, and the locals. Where do you want that to be? Where is it right now? Because you mentioned that you raised the alarm, nobody paid attention, and we'll come to Kenya in a moment to just tell us about how that is working. But on your end, where is it now? Why is there that distrust, and what can be done to bring everyone together?
I think under the current governorship of the county commissioner and the county police boss, I think it's a bit improving. To talk, you know, we have to be fair, and it's currently a bit improving. But before there was a very big rift, and still that rift is there. The locals, the military at one time during an operation here, they burnt down the whole of Garissa. They bet up everything. They killed. And to date, those people who suffered, the mothers whose sons were killed, the mother who was killed inside the market, all that, there's a parliamentary security committee. Those things were talked in parliament. We spoke it out of here, but the government has done nothing.
All right, so that is what continues to cause the mistrust between residents and the police? And
the police, of course. And then there was also some people believed that the police were coming to hunt them. So you'll just hear the police came, they took someone, and that person is never seen again.
Okay, but you said
unlike in Mombasa, whereby there's Muhuri, of which advocates for when somebody is missing, you will hear everyone is in the media and all that.
All right,
we don't have that avenue.
Hold that thought for just a moment, because you did mention the fact that the relationship is improving. Let's bring in the county police commander. Yes. Improving, do you agree with this, Smile? And what are some of the steps you're taking towards making sure that this gets better?
I agree it is improving a lot. Because, as he said, things were not good. And because of the porous border, we have a border of about 600 kilometers. And it's very porous. And taking care of that border is quite hard without the support of the members of the public. And as he stated, the relationship between the police, or security agencies for that matter, and the public was not good. It was not good such that you could not get the information at the right time so that you could be able to act.
What changed?
What changed is the status is that when we entered here, we went to the public themselves. We convinced themselves as the reason as to why they should work together with the police.
Okay. All right, I'd like to stop you there because we need to take a break, but we will be back. At least we're getting to a point of convergence and understanding each other better. We continue with our discussion. We have the county commander, county police commander here, as well as Ismail, who is, of course, leading the youth agenda in this part of the country. We take a short break. We'll be right back with those thoughts.